this is a ring. Okay, so the question is first of all incomplete because we're not given the mass and length of the ring. So let's assume the mass of length and length to be ml, m and l respectively. So what is the approach for this question? So the basic approach for this question is taking a small element and finding out. So let's say that at an angle theta, we are considering a small element of d theta such that it has a mass of dm. Now this dm can be considered as a point mass. Okay, so if you want to find the length of this, I mean if you want to find the mass, so you can write dm by dl. Now what would be dl? The value of dl will be basically the radius into r d theta. So r d theta is equal to m by l. Since it's the mass per unit length, the mass per unit length will not change. Okay, so you from here you get that dm is equal to ml r d theta. Okay, now we don't know the value of r, but we know that this ring was of length l, and since it is a semicircular ring, then we know that pi r is nothing but l. So from this equation we know that l is equal to, sorry, r is equal to l by pi. Okay, so we can use the distribution over here is that m l by pi l d theta. So from here you can cancel the l, so finally you're getting dm as m by pi d theta. Now if you try to find the gravitational field due to mass dm and point O, you can write dE is equal to g dm by r square. Okay, now we know that r is equal to l by pi. So obviously now in this case you will have a e vector like this, and we know that this angle would be theta. So if you break it into components, it's going to be a e cos theta and e sin theta. Okay, now let me just copy this diagram once again so that it would be easy to explain. Perfect. So this is the case. So basically e can be resolved in two parts. Now just consider the fact that for every element you would have a e sin theta and a e cos theta. But we know that after traveling half the loop, the e cos theta segment would be coming to this side, the opposite side. That would make it 0. So the e cos theta eventually gets cancelled. So we are just left with the e sin theta part. So you can write that e net is nothing but integration of e sin theta from 0 to pi. I mean d sin theta. So what is the value of d sin theta? It is gm by g dm by r square. So g dm by l square pi square sin theta from 0 to pi. The value of dm is given as m by pi d theta. So you can write here as g m by pi d theta pi square l square pi square l square sin theta. So So you can just cancel out the unnecessary terms, and you can take the constant out of the integration, that is gm pi l square, and sine theta d theta will remain inside this integration part, 0 to pi. We know that the integration of sine theta is minus cos theta, so you have gm pi l square minus cos theta pi to 0. So gm pi l square, cos theta would be minus 1. So 1 minus of minus 1. So the answer is 2 gm pi by l square.